there's a lot of things that I think caregivers can do to help a child who's experienced trauma. Maybe a child who's still in survival mode, maybe a child who's exhibiting issues with their behavior. One way to think about it is, what is the problem, and then what does that mean the solution would need to be? So if we think about children and complex trauma, really the problem was attachment. Right? They trusted someone, they had to trust someone, and then that trust was betrayed and they were hurt. So this is a ruptured attachment. If that's the problem, then attachment is also a big piece of the answer. So attuned connectedness is really important. The challenge, though, is that for a lot of these children, when they feel connected to someone, it begins to feel dangerous because it was dangerous before. So what you might see is they'll start to connect and then really pull away. This is that push-pull you feel, kind of like pulling you close, pushing you away. In some of the studies from a long time ago looking at infant attachment, it might be the infants who would pull the mother near and then slap the mother. Right? So just that disorganized, it might be a fearful sort of response or a disorganized attachment. There's a lot of different types of attachment styles. But what we want to work toward over time, and it can take a while, is earned secure attachment. So this isn't going to happen usually overnight. But what it means is that you're consistent. That's a really big thing. You're predictable. You have boundaries. Sometimes we think with a child who's been traumatized that we want to maybe in some ways walk on eggshells or be really gentle with them or not have rules because they've been through so much. And I can understand that, but actually having the discipline, having the structure, having the boundaries in place can be really containing and be really safe feeling for a child. Because when a child is acting out and they're pushing all your buttons, right? They're pushing all the boundaries you have. You can kind of think about it like they're pushing them not because they're trying to irritate you or make you lose your mind, but they're pushing in order to find where the walls are, in order for them to know that they are contained, that they are safe. So that structure, the consistency, the predictability makes it so that the child ends up feeling safe, even if they don't want to put down the video game. It's still something that actually builds the connection and makes them feel safe because they know when you say something that you're gonna follow through with it. And that also means that when you say you love them or that you care about them, it also means that you mean that as well.